Okay, viewers, this is Dr. VOND, Dr. James VOND, and it's Wednesday, 1st of April 2026, and it's late evening time right now, and I'm making this video after returning back from London, and I'm back in my supported housing bedroom in Coventry. So I thought I'd make this video just to confirm that. My day out, of course, and I went to Harrods as well and made some videos there, and also at the Green Line coach station. And I've also mentioned in my videos that recently I put up a video on my Instagram account in the past 4 days, and it's achieved a staggering 230,000 viewers or view count in particular for that video, which was regarding celebrities and politicians, etc., regarding the ones who have the most children, their own children, as biological children. And I produced a list and also a list under the text link as well of the video because I couldn't fit them all in that video. So I've put them, updated them, and put them in the text link below the video itself. So that's the updated list. And like I said, I got 230,000 views just in the past 3 or 4 days. That's incredible. Got to let my viewers know that. And on that subject, I've got to mention celebrities, high-profile celebrities in particular, including politicians and others, who have actually not had any children. In fact, had no biological children of their own. I'm going to mention them in this list, uh, in this video actually, and I'll start off with Angela Merkel, the former German Chancellor, Theresa May, Emmanuel Macron, the French Prime Minister. Theresa May was the former UK Prime Minister, and they've all had no children of their own, no biological children. They might have adopted children or had children from another partner, but they haven't actually had their own biological children. That's the important thing I'm stressing in this video. So they do need to be mentioned. They are high profile figures, and I'll give some figures as well for people like the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of Japan, who was actually assassinated. He had no biological children. And Narinder Modi, the current incumbent Prime Minister of India, he's also had no biological children of his own. And the late Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a former Prime Minister of India, who actually adopted a daughter or something, but he never had any biological children of his own, just like Narinder Modi. And of course, people like Cliff Richard, the singer, the UK singer, Oprah Winfrey, the TV host and producer as well, a Billionaires. She's had no children as well, which is shocking, isn't it? And Lenny Henry, the comedian, the UK comedian, he's had no children of his own, no biological children of his own. He might have adopted a daughter or something, but that's not what counts here. I'm giving the biological count here. And he's had none. And Dolly Parton also, the American actress, she's had zero. And another surprise fact is the late Burt Reynolds. I was shocked to learn he had no children of his own, no biological children of his own. Although he might have adopted some, a daughter or something maybe. And also the late Bollywood actor Sanjeev Kumar, he had none. And also the late Nanda, a Bollywood actress. And the late Parveen Babi, another Bollywood actress. As well as people like Asha Parekh, another Bollywood actress. She hasn't had any. Kangana Ranaut, very famous Bollywood actress. She hasn't had any. Amisha Patel, neither as well. Monica Bedi, Manisha Koirala, Rekha, she hasn't had any, and Preeti Zinta as well, the Bollywood actress. She's had no biological children of her own. So all the ones I've just mentioned, they've had no biological children of their own. So I need to mention them as well. They're high-profile figures. So not everyone's had loads of children like the ones I've mentioned in my previous list, which reached a staggering 230K. People must have been shocked when they found out the statistics. And even those figures I've quoted, they might be higher or in some cases because they've actually adopted children as well, which ain't their own biological children. So do remember that it could be higher figures. Just like for James Brown, I mentioned, although he's quoted as having at least 9 of his own biological children, there are reports that he's had at least 13. But you can't count those as his biological children, so they might have been adopted, etc. Anyway, so that's the list there. So I thought I'd mention that as well. Anyway, I've returned after my day out today in London and visited Harrods, the famous luxury store that I was talking about when I was in Amsterdam's De Bujolkov. And there are actually 6 floors in that Harrods store. But if you include the ground and the lower ground floors, then there's actually a total of eight floors. So that's incredible, isn't it? And don't forget the De Bujolkov uh, luxury apartment store in Amsterdam has only 5 floors. And just to give you a comparison. And sometimes there are actually people at the door, even in the Divisionkov, opening the door sometimes. Uh, but those doors are different. They're revolving doors, so that's why they're not necessarily needed all the time. Because you just go in like in a circular manner, a revolving door. There may be some at the ones where the doors ain't revolving, but not always. But definitely in the Harrods store in London, and also the flannels. They do have sometimes door attendants there, not always opening the door and closing the door. Sometimes they're just sometimes busy with other activities, so they might not always be responsive. They're always at the door. They might be just absent sometimes, but they are around most of the time, and they are usually opening or closing doors, etc. Letting people in and out of the stores. Anyway, that's enough for today. So I hope those facts have been interesting, and keep up the viewership. That's all I can say. And it was obviously an interesting subject, and my viewers have proved it by the figures, of course. And I've mentioned London as a top location on the statistics for Instagram, anyway, and followed by Birmingham, Manchester, and Dublin. That's the top 4 in the past 7 days. Obviously, those cities sometimes change, but London has almost always been at the top there for many weeks and months. So that's about it. And it's Dr. James one you've been listening to, and it's Wednesday, 1st of April, 2026. And donate or send as much money as you want to me. Don't forget, I am only in a supported house bedroom to myself. I'm not even in a house of my own. And I don't even have my own car. And I went to London in a coach, by the way, economy class, of course. It wasn't my own transport. It wasn't my own car. And so do be weary, and you know the facts. I am obviously struggling, and I'm on limited resources and hardly paid at all. It's just surviving on minimum thrashing income at the moment. That's all it is at the moment. So if you want to, you can. So obviously, I'll put up my bank details. The IBAN number, the international bank account number, appears on most of my videos. So that's for my international views. And you can actually, from that, you can actually construct my sort code and account number in the UK as well, because it is composed of the account number and the sort code in that number, in the IBAN number. But obviously, just look at the text link details. That'll give you the full details, including my BIC and SWIFT number for the account, which you'll need obviously if you're outside of the UK overseas viewers, that is, they'll need the IBAN number as well. But in the UK, you only need to use my sort code and account number for simple bank transfers, and you can do that 24/7, anytime. In this day and age, electronic transfer instantly, and that's down to you how much you want to send. A pound and upwards would obviously be reasonable, and £5, £10, you name it, £20, £50. It's all down to what you can afford to send out here. So the discretion is yours anyway. So anyway, don't hesitate. Do send the money if you can, and I'll end this video now. And keep up the support and the viewership on the view count in particular. That's very good news. That is a very encouraging news, in fact. Obviously, it is about content, so that sort of content I've mentioned, and I've just mentioned people in this video who've had no children, as opposed to the ones where people have actors and celebrities, politicians have had so many children of their own, their biological children, etc.